Since this is an Act 2 trophy guide here, I'm putting a little bit of a spoiler in front with gameplay from Act 1. If you haven't played Inscryption into Act 2 and played a little bit of Act 2 so that you know what you're dealing with and how different it is, if you haven't done that, I suggest not watching any of the Act 2 videos because it's such a difference, and I just find it would really stink if somebody stumbled upon this video, watched it before playing Inscryption, and kind of ruined the surprise. So that's just a bit of a warning. We're going to head into the video guide for Dark Offering from Act 2. But if you haven't played this game yet, I would suggest not watching this video until you do play some of it, and you should, because it's awesome. Okay, here we go. Alright, so Dark Offering. So if you remember from the first temple we went into, no, the second temple, Temple of the Dead, we met Sawyer here, and we had to battle him. This is the very beginning of the Temple of the Dead video that I put out because I kind of missed the card battle against Sawyer. But we beat him, and we went down here. We picked up the epitaph piece that had to do with Sawyer. Nope, actually that's not Sawyer. That was the other guy, Royal. And then we opened this casket up, this little coffin, and we were met with a foul-smelling, billowing smell, and the red eyes that asked us why we didn't have an offering. So we're going to go ahead and get that offering. It's fairly easy. There's not too much involved. The hardest part is finding one of the two cards that you need to get. So I cut out a good hour or so of gameplay here, and I had already gotten my Devil's Play trophy, which meant I had lots of money to spend, lots of foils to spend. And so I finally visited all the traders, and eventually, as you can see, I found both the right side opal, broken opal, and the left side of the broken opal. Those are the two cards you're going to need. I already had like 6 copies of the left side broken opal. I had found a bunch of them in card packs all over the place, but the left side is the right side is the card that's pretty hard to find. I'm going to clear out my deck here. You have to have 20, which, of course, which means you're going to have to use all your cards to do what you want to do, which, hopefully you don't have the same luck I have in this. I also made some really bad decisions, which you'll see in a second. But as you can see, I have 6 of the left side broken opal and only 1 on the right side. So we finally got it. We're going to go and use the test dummy. And so all you need to do is place those 2 cards next to each other. That's all you need to do. They each cost 3 bones. So what I was trying to do was to get the Spore Digger so that I could generate at least 6 bones. And of course the Spore Digger is the very last card that comes up in my 20 card deck. So we're going to go into starvation a little bit, but we make it just in time to get what we need. Of course, the one opal's already out there, and here is the other opal. But now the problem is we don't have any bones. So what I should have done was I should have placed some of these cards that don't take any sacrifice, like the Mox cards, I believe, are able to be used. Plus, we're already at this point where we have full energy, so I could have definitely placed probably any number of these cards on the board and then use the hammer to get rid of them to get the bones. But I didn't do that. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you. So you're going to see me faff about it a little bit here until I can finally afford to get the opals on, and I give up. I try to put some cards on, and it's like, oh, you know what? I know how to get bones. I'll just hit the button a couple times and I'll get my 6 bones that I need. But that, of course, means we're out of cards, so now we go into starvation. So there was definitely the possibility of me having to restart this all over again, or at least the fight all over again, because if I would have put down either of my obels, one of these starvation cards would have taken them out, and that would have stank. That really would have ruined it. So, but now that we can afford both of them, you just put them on, and boom. That's all you need to do. So we could have quit out at this point. My intention was, you know what? Let's use the Ouroboros. Let's end this fight. But you can't attack those starvation cards. So I should have put it on the left where the Spore Digger is. And then maybe I would have been able to win, but I don't think that would have worked. And it's not what I did, so there you go. Either way, the fight is over, and we have what we need. So we're going to head back over to the Temple of the Dead. So for the Dark Offering Trophy, all you have to do is walk up to this casket. Once you have the completed obol, the ancient obol, and that will get you the trophy. But I'm going to let this scene play out because there's 3 things that you get if you continue this event and have a conversation with the thing we're about to see down here.
Is this?
So it's important that you return and talk to the Bone Lord a second time. There's a little bit more lore. And the Bone Lord's going to give you 3 items. That key is something you can use in Act 3. We're going to get a card to add to our collection for collective effort, the Bone Lord's Horn. And I used this card in the Devil's Play video. And then this works just like in Act 1 and in Casey's mod, kind of like the Bone Lord's boon, where you will start every hand you play with a bone, so that you can use that to go buy some cards and stuff. Would have been helpful before we went through this whole gameplay in order to make the obol. So that's all you need to do. Hope this helps. Take care.